Congressman Mark Green, welcome to Whiteboard Wednesday. This week we're going to talk about the enormous debt of the United States of America, $28 trillion as it sits right now. And the problem is we continue to deficit spend and more. This doesn't even count the $1.9 trillion that the left is trying to force on communities that don't even need it, instead of a targeted approach where it is. But any business that's running a deficit can do one of two things. They can either increase revenue or decrease spending. Well, there are several ways you can get more revenue. Of course, the Republicans think if you decrease taxes, you get more growth in the economy, an increased tax base, and an increase in overall revenue. And of course, Art Laffer proved that with the Laffer curve. If the price of paying taxes is so high, nobody buys an inexpensive car for $2 million, right? So you collect $0 if that's your tax price. There is a price point at which you get the most revenue, and lowering taxes actually can increase revenue, and so that's the point of sort of the conservative side. Of course, the Democrats, what they want to do is increase taxes, which will decrease growth, the tax base. It'll also increase unemployment, and that'll increase the cost of government. You could increase or decrease tariffs, but if you increase tariffs, you're going to decrease the demand of U.S. goods. That's going to decrease growth, increase unemployment, and of course the cost of government, so that won't work. You could sell federal property, but then it's gone forever, and that's really a limited value and isn't going to come close to $28 trillion. For spending, you could decrease the interest rate, but guess what? They're already near zero, and people are investing in the market at crazy rates, which is just creating a bubble, a value bubble. The other option is to decrease discretionary spending, and interestingly enough, the only time we ever really had budget surpluses was when Newt Gingrich was forcing down discretionary spending while Bill Clinton actually cut taxes. That's why I'm introducing a balanced budget amendment, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. Some other fixes to decrease spending, the big three, Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, and we do have to address that problem. When you wind up with a deficit, you either sell bonds, increase the monetary supply, which of course leads to inflation and crashes the economy further, or you can borrow from China, I guess, which is what we're doing now. We have to fix this problem. You can't raise taxes, which is what the Democrats want to do, and we can't continue to borrow from China. We've got to fix our tax issue so we increase revenue. That could be done, but I doubt it'll be done with a Democrat president. Ultimately, though, long term, we've got to balance our budget, and that means fixing spending. And that's why I'm introducing this week an amendment to force the federal government within 10 years to balance the budget. Tennessee, our state government, does that. We have one of the fastest growing economies in the country, per capita. This is the solution to this. And these other options are destroying our country. That's Whiteboard Wednesday.